So it's a standard single player new game. And you can do it in two ways. I tend to have gender rules on, just because if you get a civil war, the purge can be pretty brutal. And the purge is obviously the civil war. So first thing you want to do is go to offices, remove everyone, and start with the low loyalty ones. He is a 10-9. So I can take him. And his loyalty shatters, so gotta replace. Preferably you don't want to have to bribe anyone. There. And technology. Just keep removing everyone who's not populist. You can see the civil war chance. And it's good or bad. It goes way quicker and you have a higher stability if you trigger the civil war. And it's the standard trades. Then you want to take Quintus Fabius because he's super high marshal and put him in charge of the navy. Because if he rebels, he won't be able to lead an army. And sure, you can not appoint him and bring him to and imprison. Whereas it depends. You kind of want to have a civil war. Just bring to trial. And generally I do smear reputation. Just because it's easier and you gain the popularity from Popularis when you smear the non-faction. Then you want to look at, if you get the civil war, replace the people. You can see here on characters and families. Like most of the ones that are left are populist. Almost every single one. And these don't matter too much. Just keep appointing populists. And then you have who is likely to be the next consul. Prefectus Militus. Can he be? I can't pinpoint. Prefectus Militus is him. So you want to appoint him. For one, he's pretty dang good. And secondly, you want to boost his popularity. When did your vassals normally Nakoa here? They Nekra. They will rebel against you as well. Just have a biggie. And it's good and bad to do it now. For one, you can get what's called the party popularity. For some reason, it isn't showing as it should. Oh well. And what's called? Yeah, you'll boost the popularity and everything as you, I guess you can. And just win the Civil War should be extremely easy due to all the vassals. Sometimes Samnium declares war on your puppet or the revolt. And yeah, here is Quintus. So his 10 Marshal is completely useless, he won't be on the battlefield. Let me just see how they're doing with families. Yeah, we didn't purchase many as we wanted. There's still some influential ones. So then let's... they don't have any holdings. No, no holdings. And then yeah, you want to crush the Civil War as quickly as possible, so that no one else declares war on your old puppet. Or the revolt itself. So you can see here, they've declared war. So hopefully they won't interfere. And yeah, then it's pretty much the standard game. There you go. So now he only has 2.36, but it says 19. And he says 22.18, but it says 51. So if you should reload the game now, they should drop significantly in standing, but we don't want to do that yet. Let's keep an eye on, make sure he becomes the next one. And yeah, Warhammer Revolt. But we're winning it, so it should be fine. Let's see. Let's just take this. And hopefully no one else takes the territory, like siege is down. That's a main issue with the revolt path, is if someone else takes your territory. There's still a bit too many of the Optimus, but it should be fine. Let's see. They don't have any. Yes, checking SA holding. Facing the rebellion, apparently. So we will lose this province. Can't be helped, fortunately. I'll probably lose this one as well. I'm gonna kill them all because you gain the massive. You gain the 10 stability there, and then you gain the loyalty and the monthly stability. Let's kill them all. And now, purge is complete. There's pretty much only a populist left. And you still want to make sure that the next guy gains the popularity. So you can like hold triumph, and you get the tyranny that you need. It's not that bad. And just keep track of the political influence, so that you can immediately annex the Principal Civitas. And now it's just pretty much waiting. Waiting for the years to tick. So now you can start doing this. That's what I generally do. And then go to... where's it? Diplomacy. Change to mercantile. Basically, now is the best chance to just try and get. Let's see, nope. Get what you can. Let's see, where did he go? Did he die? Nope. So why aren't you leading the army? Oh yeah, duh. You can see now as well, they have adopted characters from the miners. Populists, just populists, populists, populists. This purge does hurt the country, because you'll lose pretty much all your good guys, like all the good generals and everything. Which is why it's good to have the social equality later on, because she's an 11 cell or seal, and 8 Diplo, for example. Preferably you don't want to do the purge. You want to actually successfully imprison the characters. So the easiest way to do that is smear the reputation of a prominent one, like the military guy in the start. Smear his reputation, get him in prison, And if you manage to imprison all the characters that are the high officials, like the family leaders, like he's just a consul and member, and just member, and he's the head, but he's pretty dang weak. Like I say there, party leader, 84 influence. Members, like not too high. Kolla sekunda. Her. Basically, if you reload, that should be removed as well. It is 97. So you want to try to keep his popularity high. It is decaying. So the optimal thing is if you can be involved in a fight or two. Well, the Navy's being jackasses. Oh, there goes the Navy. Oh well. So yeah, then you put him back in charge of the army. Granted, lose the focus cursor. That's fine. As populists want this power to be super high. Now we have plenty of influence. There's diplomacy, domineering. There, and now you have a tyranny problem. That tyranny needs to go up. Best way of doing it is take these. It's not popular in a way. Let's get the turn up. The stability is pretty high currently. Election soon. His popularity is 91. Hopefully it won't decay far enough. There. Immediately save us. And his popularity is 100%. Now you have here 105 influence. This works in Iron Man as well, just quit the game. And then load it again. Because for some reason the senatorial influence doesn't update properly. %. So now the only thing we need is some tyranny. And that's relatively easy. Characters, families. Just mere reputation. Anyone else we can smear? And let's just take a random one. Smear. Proclaim dictatorship. Done. Dictator. 5 years. And there it is. That's pretty much how you do it. And now it's just a standard game. You have the expansion and you do all the normal stuff. There you go. Hope you have fun with it. And yeah, the imprisonment version is the nicer to your faction or to the country, because here, like, the country is pretty direct of characters. So the easiest way to do it is do the bring to trial. Like, smear the reputation first, so they have 0 popularity. Then you want to bring them to trial and succeed, because if you manage to imprison the family heads, if you like imprison family heads, and then you can just imprison the like once you actually become populist, you can just use a normal imprison on the party leaders, and then it will be a new party leader. Remove all of the party leaders that aren't populist. Then just save a game, reload it, and what's it called? You shouldn't, like, no one should have any senatorial influence. Like, the influence should be more or less nil. And that way you can just get rid of some characters so that the faction isn't completely wrecked. And the main problem now is, because he's so old, and there's a high chance that you will face some stability issues and have some problems due to succession. Because he's primary heir, but he is not the child. So if you can, you want this, the Oath of Allegiance. Never mind. because he's not a Fabi. So then, yeah, you will have him. And he doesn't have any children, he's not married, so you'll probably drop even more stability. Like, this is the main problem now. Stability. And the tyranny, of course. So now you'll struggle for a while with feasibility and tyranny. But in general, it should be fine. This is how you do it. Like, now you have all 4 slots. And legitimacy will be 100, but it will crash quite quickly. Due to god-awful stability. You can also save up influence and do the divine sacrifice. I prefer to do the Penitentiary Congress just to see if I can get any cheap vessels. If you're not in a civil war, the Congress is way easier. Because they won't ally up as much and try to bully your poor vassals. And then you just do the normal expansion stuff. Yeah, that's it. Hope you have fun, Dave.